he's so desperate, he has to literally make shit up. I'm not going to go into depth about what he's talking about.
If somebody's lying about you deliberately, on purpose, you know what you would do? You would sue them. And so if you think I'm a liar, let's see me in court. Coach Greg, and in today's video, Larry responds to the Wheelstein files. Is he going to admit it? Is he going to address all the rumors and say, you know what? I'm a man and that is what I want. If you're not ashamed, you're not embarrassed, well, you own it. Or will he just say, it's a lie? Stay tuned to find out.
Listen, I see a few messages about react to John and Greg. And listen, my response is they see that we're trending. They want to capitalize on it.
I know that some of you might think that I'm a liar, that I make shit up, that I just create things out of thin air in order to get views. Some of you think that it's not true. It's a lie. I don't make shit up. I'm not lying when I make any of my videos. But are you going to tell me that John Bravo, that he simply made this all up? After all the videos we've seen, when he only will post a video if he knows for certain that what he's saying is true, how many of you think that he made all that shit up? That somehow John told me these things, these screenshots, and that he had staged all of it in order to fool Coach Greg and fool Larry Wheels, his wife, fool the entirety of the world. Does anyone believe that? And so what Larry's thinking is that if Larry lies, you know, Larry steals, Larry lies, Larry cucks, that if he continues to deny it, that it will just go away. Now, here's the thing. When you do these said acts, I'm not going to repeat them. You know at some point that they are going to come out. You cannot be a famous multi-millionaire with millions of followers and spend all your monies on cam girls and the rest of it and not think that it's never going to come out. You know at one point when you're texting messages saying you want to be cucked and so on, that eventually it's going to come out. We've seen his ex-girlfriend post on Instagram talking about all of these things. And yeah, she took it down, but I know there's hundreds of thousands of you out there that actually saw it. And you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to talk about that. If you believe that I am a liar and that John Bravo's a liar and that all his exes are liars, well, what am I supposed to say? If you want to turn a blind eye, then by all means, you do what you want. We know that Larry Wheels had taken $50,000 from one of his closer friends in order to put a down payment on his house. We know that for fact. It was in court, and John Bravo exposed that as well. Larry, he's looking into the camera, and he's saying these things, and he's hoping that you believe him. You're thinking, you know what? Not everyone trusts that Greg guy. Oh, he just is a 5'6" manlet. He's a loser. His videos, they're all about drama. And so this is just drama, and so it isn't true. You really think that the videos I'm making are lies?
Greg and John are capitalizing on us trending. We've gotten collectively over 1 billion views by now between all the different platforms sharing our clips.
Have I not done videos on Larry Wheels in the past? Do I not speak about what's going on? And so, of course, if Larry does viral content, I am going to react to it. Case in point, when Larry slapped Dean. Did I not make a video on that? Why would I make a viral video about Larry being a cuck when I could have made the same video about, I don't know, Mr. Beast? If I'm just making up lies just to get views, why wouldn't I make bigger lies about bigger influencers? Does that make sense? Why would I pick on Larry? Do you guys actually think that I have a beef with Larry? I literally was in a video with Larry. It wasn't not that long ago. And so, do I in fact hate Larry Wheels? I do not. I'm simply reporting the facts, the news, and FYI, this is newsworthy.
Look at our videos relative to the other videos that Greg is posting. We have like nearly 10x the views on our video about us compared to whatever else he's talking about.
Larry's saying I'm a liar, that I made all this shit up. Larry said I'm getting 10x the views on Larry Wheels videos than all my others. Mike Israetel is only 2.5 times less. It's a video about him being one fart away from being 3.6% body fat. And so Which YouTuber do you think that I would prefer talking about? Larry Wheels or Mike Gisratel? Mr. Mike. If I was going to, and I wouldn't do this, make up a lie, don't you think it would be about Mr. Mike more so than Mr. Larry Wheels? No, it isn't true that I'm getting 10x the views on Larry Wheels videos than everything else.
He's getting washed out. Nobody's watching his shit. It's all the drama.
If I'm washed out, why are people watching all my videos about Larry Wheels when it's about drama? Two things can be true at the same time. I can make videos about drama and still get views and not be washed out. Is it drama when I make a video about Malibu Fit, talking about his rise to popularity, why he got famous and so on? I mean, how is that bad? And so Larry Wheels, who's way more famous, way more popular than Coach Greg, he has 3.4 million followers and I only have 2.4. And remember, I'm all washed up. I got 9 million views, long form content. That's what pays the big dollars, guys. If you sing a song for 10 seconds, if you get slapped in the face and you have a 3-second clip and it's watched a billion times, you don't make much money. Larry, in comparison, 2 million views. Last I checked, and I am good in math, I have 4.5 times more long-form views than Larry Wheels. And so if I'm washed up, let's assume that I am, Larry is more washed up. Does it not make more sense that Larry would stop making YouTube videos because it doesn't pay very much when you're only good at doing short-form content? And when you do kick and you stage slaps and you stage this and stage that and say a bunch of bullshit and do stupid things and do all kinds of nonsense, you know, let Rampage flirt with your wife, all kinds of bullshit. If you allow that, you get paid more money. And so is it possible that Larry, due to losing his viewership on long-term views, needing to make more money, I mean, does he in fact have a gold digger wife? I mean, she's saying that she is.
I want a Bentley. I'm tired of this one. I need more luxurious. I need every 3 months a new car.
Listen, enough out of you, gold digger. Enough out of you. Yeah, I mean, she says it like in a joking tone, but she's being dead serious. She wants a Devo, she wants a Bentley, she wants this, she wants that. She wants us to go broke.
And so perhaps Larry needs more money than last time. I mean, he did in fact ask Rampage, how can I get paid like that from you, Rampage? And Rampage said, let me turk your wife.
Man, you hand out money like that, what do I got to do? Let me get something like that.
Nigga, I'll go.
You're so excited.
Are you allowing this?
You have to allow it.
That happened. Did you watch that? I don't make shit up. I'm not lying. And after saying that, you know, Larry, he slapped Rampage, right? Because that's what Larry does when people disrespect him. He slaps everyone. He said nothing. Nothing at all. He didn't say, Rampage, you can't talk to my wife like that. He didn't say, Rampage, that's disrespectful. But when a 5'5" Dean does that, hey, let me slap you around. And so what do we learn? That bullies can pick on smaller people so long as they're smaller. But if somebody's bigger and stronger than them, or perhaps better at fighting, well, let them do what they want. And so it says, Larry Wheels' estimated revenue, $5.5 to $15,000. And what does it say for my revenue? $22,000 to $62,000 a month. Now, I can tell you, I'm not lying, that it's going to be a lot closer to the higher number. Mine is always higher than that number. They're estimating. And I do believe it's because my long form content is pretty long and people are actually watching those videos. And the longer they watch, the more money you make. Now, remember, this is just money paid from YouTube. And so on average, I'm making 4 times more money than Larry from YouTube, but that's not how I make money. I sell HTLT supplements. You all know that. I make the money from selling Turk Builder Max, GO2 Max, the Blue Lobster pre-workout, the cookbooks. You know about the cookbook, the Kaiko bars, all of that stuff. And remember, I don't have to spend 5 figures per day, not month. That's over $10,000 per day on cam girls. I'm not making this shit up. He admitted this in an interview with Flex Lewis. Am I lying about that as well? I mean, if I'm lying, repeating what you're saying, then you're the liar. If you made that shit up, if you sent those texts and lied, then how am I the bad guy? There's far more than this. You think this is all that it is? You think that John Bravo has spoken about everything? That was the tip of the iceberg. There is far more. And so if these ladies decide to come forward, decide to speak their truth, of which one already has in minor details, but decided to take down her video, then what do you think is going to happen? Are you going to say it's all a lie? She lied. She lied. They lied. You're going to end up sounding like Scotty Fitness, who says, it was them, it was here, I was born there, I was in this group, there, it's all their faults. Blame my mom, blame everybody but me, and so why not just own it? Or, how about this? Why not warn people of the dangers of taking performance-enhancing drugs, namely steroids, that you've done at a very young age? That perhaps if you watch too much corn and you take steroids, that these things can alter your neurochemistry. Say, guys, do you think I like this? Do you think I want this for you? I made these mistakes and I'm here to warn you to prevent this from happening to other people. But instead of that, when you're, for example, speaking with Eric English, there was a comment. What is your opinion on Eric English? And you meet up with him and he's 14 years of age, 15? Hey, are you willing to do whatever it takes to get big in the fitness industry, to put on that muscle? Will you take steroids? Are you grooming him? And so what has happened since that video, Larry? Well, he put 100 pounds on his bench press and gained about 60 pounds. And so this is what happens when you get influenced by older YouTubers who take steroids. You really think if Eric English had been with Coach Greg in a video that I would have been convincing him, influencing him to do steroids? I would have said, Eric, whatever you do, you need to stay natural for as long as humanly possible. You don't do steroids. Don't associate yourself with other people who are trying to tell you to take steroids. You don't need them. You've got over 1 million followers and you're natural. Please stay natural. That's the message.
No, nothing really like productive or anything good for society. No, it's just drama.
Yeah, nothing good for society. Making videos, warning people of the dangers of abusing performance-enhancing drugs, what trend can do to your body, how you should say no to steroids, how to be careful, how to live a healthy life, to sign prenups if you're a man with a woman so that she doesn't take you for half your worth. No valuable information whatsoever. I mean, in comparison, you could watch Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels' content, it's so much better than Greg. Streaming on Kick, you can watch him slap a guy who's 5'5" for flirting with his wife after Rampage Jackson says, I want to turk your wife. I'll pay you for it. That is the type of content you're getting when you watch Larry Wheels. And so we're going to compare Larry's content to mine and act like we're even in the same ballpark of quality, valuable information for the youth. Imagine a single parent thinking that my videos are bad for their kids in comparison to Larry Wheels. Do you really think that my content is bad just because a lot of my videos talk about drama? It's drama where people can learn and educate themselves so that they do not make the same mistakes.
Even if it's true, why airing other people's business like that,
If it wasn't true, she wouldn't have said, even if it's true. She would have said, even if it's true, of which it's clearly not. And if it was lies, imagine how mad they would actually be. If you lied about somebody like that, like if somebody says you're a PDF, if they lie, make up a story, are you just going to sit there and say, well, even if it's true, whatever, and it's as if it's, it's why are you talking about it? Even if it's true, why would you mention that being a PDF? Like, why? When people make up lies about you to this extent, there is no way I would ever lie about something like this. You really think this is nothing? It's like saying, lying about your height. I don't even lie about my height. I'm 5'6", 168 centimeters tall. I am not 5'5.9". I am exactly what I say. I am not lying. And if I tell you how much money I'm making, I'm not a liar. If I say what I've done, it's not a lie. And so if somebody's lying about you deliberately, on purpose, you know what you would do? You would sue them. And so if you think I'm a liar, let's see me in court, because I will win because I am not lying.
They seem very confident that this is in fact Larry communicating with this woman. To me, that's pretty compelling.
And so when you accuse me of being a liar, this is how you react. Do I look like I'm lying? When I say I have Turk Builder Max and I've been vindicated, that it's actual Ajuga Turkistatica from Uzbekistan? Do I look like a liar? And when I accused Gorilla Mind of having fake Ajuga, aka cyanosis, do I look like I'm a liar? Do you think I'm lying right now? And so why did I say, let's see them sue me because I will win? If I'm a liar and you think I'm lying, why do you watch me? Unturking follow me right now. I don't want a single follower that thinks I'm a liar. I don't care if I have none. I'd rather have 10 followers that believe in me than 7 billion who think I'm full of shit.
You know, like, he likes to dish out. He was commenting on me so many times, talking shit about me, you know, but then one time somebody says about his girlfriend, oh, that's a big problem, you know what I'm saying? So
when I'm talking shit about her, I'm speaking facts. I'm saying she's playing with her hair. She's adjusting the girls. She's looking at Rampage with googly eyes. These are facts. I'm talking about her. And if she doesn't like it, she can respond back. Oh, Coach Greg, you're a 5'6" manlet. You're an asshole. You're a loser. You bring the comments back to me. When I say, hey, you know, when you marry somebody who's very attractive, if they're a supermodel, you should get a prenup because you never know what happens in 20 years. Remember, you marry the person they are today, but you're divorcing the person they are tomorrow. That might not be the person they are today. People change. How is that bad advice? You don't like it because, hey, I'm right. I give the same advice to you that I would give myself.
let them speak. We know what's the truth, and, you know, that's all we
Anonymous
care about.
just tipped.
Everybody knows we're not lying. The people who are watching my videos, they know it isn't the truth. Now, many people who are Larry Wheels fans, who look up to Larry, they don't want to believe this is true. It's like when you find out that your favorite fake natty is actually on steroids. Imagine finding out that Mike O'Hearn is not actually natural, that he'd been lying all along. You believed in him. And so now you're disappointed.
Larry, can you help me find a rich, beautiful woman who's low-key a gold digger that can cook for me in deadass?
Notice the smiling, the laughing. She's the one that knows she's a gold digger. She literally, in previous videos, was saying that if she had kids, she would want her daughter to be a gold digger. She said this. And listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a gold digger. You just have to own up on it. Hey, I don't want to date any broke-ass white boys. If you don't want to date somebody poor, you don't have to date somebody poor. If you don't want to date somebody because they're 5'6", they're too short for you, you don't need to date them. Who cares? It's not a big deal. You think I'm insulted? You refuse to date men under 6 feet tall. Oh, so I'm so upset. Ugh, I'm crying because you won't date me. No. If I walked around with a briefcase with $1 million from Mr. Beast and he said, go and find someone and give it to them. It's $1 million. Make their day. It's for a video. You really think I'm going to be nervous on who I walk up to? Oh, you're a beautiful woman. She's 6 feet tall. Go away, short person. She just lost $1 million. I'll go pick this person over here. And so when you approach a woman, I don't care if she's taller than you, and you know you got your shit going on. You are confident. You walk up to that girl. Hey, it's Coach Greg. Nice to meet you. You start talking. If they have no interest and they want to walk away, hey, that's the same feeling as if they just walked away from $1 million. The metaphor here, in case you don't understand, is that you are worth more than $1 million. And so if they reject you, it's like them rejecting money. Your personality, your looks, everything that encompasses you as a human being is much more valuable than $1 million. And if they choose not to accept that, that's their loss, and you get to find someone else who can appreciate your value and your worth. Do you get it now? And so it doesn't insult me or hurt my feelings or any of that stuff if people try to put me down. They don't understand my worth. They don't get me, and that is okay. Bro from Bangladesh saying I'm ugly and I'm old and all the horrible things, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
They are rejecting the $1 million briefcase, and that's on them. Hey, they didn't need the money.
Listen, get your money and status up and they'll line up for you. It'll be very easy at that point.
Here's the thing. If you have your money and status lined up, you don't need to get a gold digger woman who can cook for you. You could clearly hire a chef. You think I get Mepstagram to cook me my meals? What do you think this is? And FY, Mepsigram is an eye surgeon, in case you didn't know, and she makes a lot of money, more than 99.9% of the world on her own. And so even without Coach Greg, she's still a millionaire. Do you get it now? And so do you really think she's going to be bothered by people saying, you're a gold digger, you're only with Coach Greg for his money? She already has money. Oh, but Coach Greg is 50, you're only 35 years of age. What could you see in him? Do you not see that she is able to look past this briefcase of money and see everything else that this person, me, actually possesses?
And regarding John, same approach as Greg. He sees that the videos he makes about us bring him tremendous amount of engagement. It's an easy $5,000, $10,000 for him to make that video.
I'm going to teach you how much money you make from making a video so that you all know. I will show you how much money I made on my video on Larry Wheels being a cuck, which got probably the same amount of views, perhaps even more, than John Bravo. And so let us see. You think I'm a liar? Let us look it up right now. Views are 3 times higher than usual. And so my video, remember Larry said it was 10x? It's 3x. And so let us see if John is going to make $5,000 to $10,000 from that video. Do you all see this? 2.9K. I made 2.9K Canadian with over 500,000 views. And so which YouTuber would you believe more? Who has more credibility? If Coach Greg says something and Larry says something, which person are you more likely to think is actually the truth? Do I look like I'm holding back? Why would I lie? Am I going to exaggerate my views, exaggerate my money, under-report this, over-report that? No, I'm telling you straight up. He's saying John is making so much more views on this video. John is only doing this because, well, this is just going to get so many views compared to other videos. 1.9 billion views. The reasons behind the death of Kimbo Slice. Big Boy career just ended. 1 million. Wes Watson, 800,000. The Fake Male Alpha, 760,000. Wes Watson, 700,000. Wes Watson, 700,000. And so on. And so John isn't making, oh my goodness, so many views on the Larry Wheels video. He's made way more on Wes Watson. Ding, 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 ding. Do you all think that John made up lies on, for example, all those Wes Watson videos? You think that he's just making shit up for views because those videos are trending? Or do you think it's actually factual?
He's so desperate, he has to literally make shit up. I'm not going to go into depth about what he's talking about, but I understand they're playing the game.
Are we playing the game or reporting the news? There's a big difference. Are we playing a game of making up lies, making shit up, or reporting factual news? This is not CNN. We don't make up a bunch of bullshit. This is actual factual news. Remember, we're not paid off from Big Pharma. We're not paid off from anyone. We're reporting the news on YouTube, and all of it is real.
Will help me out if I'm not running test. I'm 33 years old. Let me be safe and tell me the right amount.
Look, you don't need more than 20 mg Anavar a day. Like, that's plenty to get significant results.
Does anyone think that Larry's only taken 20 milligrams of Anavar? I'm going to be honest because you know I tell the truth. When I ran Anavar, my typical dose was 40 to 60 milligrams. I would never think that 20 was going to be enough. If I was competing, for example, bodybuilding competitions, sometimes I would work it up to 100 milligrams of Anavar. And so to say to somebody, yeah, 20 milligrams is all, you'd never need more than that. Is he being truthful? You know, there's a difference between trying to promote, glorify performance-enhancing drugs and just lying about them. Larry lies. Does anyone think that Larry actually was going to stop using performance-enhancing drugs? Do you think he's on HRT right now? And do you believe that if Larry used Anavar that he would never go past 20 milligrams? What I can tell you is that a lot of women use way more than 20 milligrams. Now, should they? No. But 20 milligrams for a female bikini competitor, especially at the high levels, it's a very common dose in a female. And so do you get it now? And you see, Larry just says whatever he feels.
We're not going to be surprised if there's more videos about us from Greg, John, and others as they see us grow and explode on the internet because of what we're doing with streaming and our clips going viral.
And so is this damage control? Yeah, we're not going to be surprised if they start releasing more footage, more videos, you know, as we go viral, because like we are so popular and viral that they're going to make up lies about us to get views. If that was the case and we only make lies about people who are going viral, Why are we making videos on iShowSpeed? iShowSpeed is way more popular. He's making what, $500 million as a contract? Who's more popular streaming than iShowSpeed? Yet I don't have any videos of iShowSpeed being a cuck. Why is that? Because he's not. We post actual, authentic information, and we don't just post bullshit and lies for views.
There's going to be more people that are coming for us, looking to get some clout from talking about us.
And so why do you think they're doing this? We're on the rise up. Larry Wheels, he used to post videos about him lifting weights, bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, arm wrestling. People love those videos. But for some reason, those video views, they started to go down, and Larry couldn't make millions of dollars. And obviously, Larry cannot have a lot of money if he had to steal $50,000 from his friend in order to put a down payment on a house. If he's not making much money, remember we showed you that, up to $15,000 a month, times 12, that's what, $180,000 in a year. And so how many of those squirt shots are people actually buying? The caffeine squirt. Maybe not enough. Last I checked, Larry does not sell a cookbook. He doesn't have a supplement company blowing up, going through the roof. Oh, and FYI, if you're looking to be sponsored, paid athletes from HDLT supplements, use the products, you love them the way I do and others, you're one of the tens of thousands of people that buy our products and keep rebuying them, then click the link in the description and apply. We'd love to have more influencers than last time. And so Larry had to pivot away and start doing this bullshit. Him and his wife streaming, doing their things, doing the content, looking with Rampage Jackson. When you see Rampage talking about, oh, I don't sleep with other people's wife.
Too busy streaming and streaming and hanging out. Natural. And guys, don't forget, people can say anything about anybody.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, and people can deny anything anyone says about them, and that doesn't mean that it's not true. There it is, guys. Ending the video. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. Remember, if you think I'm a liar, don't forget to unsubscribe. If you believe in me, if you think I'm not a liar, click the subscribe button and the bell button to get notified immediately. Don't forget about the cookbook, the HDLT supplements. You can get all those, code Greg, as well as AlgoRx. If you abuse steroids like Larry Wheels, please get your blood work done. As well, these doctors, for much cheaper prices than, for example, Merrick Health, can prescribe to you enclomiphene, testosterone, telmisartan, Cialis, the GLPs and so on. The list goes on. And so if you're interested, code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.